are saying it again. It's a mismatch if he fights Ilia. What kind of a chance do you give Paddy if he gets that Ilia Topuria fight?
It's a good question because Patty is better than most will give him credit for. Obviously, I've shared the octagon with him. Um, his presence, his ring, his octagon presence was on point. He knew where he needed to be. He was completely okay with getting taken down that first round. He kept great distance, kept me off with the kicks. Topuria being a little bit shorter than me, but great punching power, punches and bunches, and not just the punches when he throws them and they land, but knowing when to throw his combinations, knowing when to not throw his combinations, when to just stalk. And he does a really good job of stalking guys because most guys are going to be running away from that right hand, that left hook, the uppercut. Because obviously, as we saw with Charles Oliveira, as we saw in a lot of Topuria's fights, the man will put out anybody that he's going to fight. I think Paddy would have a good chance to keep it past a round or two because he's not going to engage, I think, as much as Oliveira did, and we all found out how Oliveira would do if that right hand left hook lands. Um, but ultimately, I think Topuria it's not as big of a mismatch as most people think, but it's definitely a mismatch, and that's just because we're talking Ilia Topuria. Now, if we were talking a year ago and we were talking about the lightweight division and Paddy after our fight in April and him maybe fighting next, I think he's got more of a chance. But I think Ilia Topuria is easily the most talented guy, not just in our division, but I think in the entire sport. And that's my personal opinion. So we'll see if that fight gets made. But I do think Paddy would be not in a great not in a great scenario for him to go out there and fight fire with probably the best striker on the planet.